A lot of you guys have been asking me, how did you save money to travel? Some of you assume that I am loaded, I'm so rich. Other people say I have a sugar daddy. People just love to fill in the blanks. If I had a sugar daddy, I'll be driving around a Lambo. I would have a chauffeur. I would have a butler. Or is it family money? No! Today I'm gonna share with you guys how I saved money to travel. Number 1, live minimal. Shop for only what's necessary. Shop for what you need. Forget about what the latest trend is. Wear what you have. Here's the thing, when you travel, do you bring your whole closet with you? Do you bring your whole house with you? Unless you have Mary Poppins' magical bag that stuffs everything inside, you're not gonna be bringing even maybe half of what you own. Unless you are an advanced minimalist, most likely you're not gonna bring even 1/5 of what you own with you when you travel. You get that craving to buy the coolest sneakers out on the market? If you don't have those sneakers, are you gonna die? Is that like air to you? Some of you might be half serious and say yes. Are these sneakers more important to you than traveling, or is traveling more important to you than the sneakers? Before any purchase you make, ask yourself, do I really need this? Does it have anything to do with supporting my financial goals or my travel goals? Or are you buying it just out of like an emotional attachment to whatever this item is? If it's purely an emotional attachment, then put it back on the shelf. Don't look at it. Walk away. Don't look at it. Walk away until you exit the store. Second tip to saving money to travel and saving money in general. Say no to partying. Now, depending on which country and city you're in, the nightlife, eating out, the standard, right, it will vary. For example, I'm currently based in Northern California. I'm near San Francisco, and a lot of my friends like to party in SF. And from where I live, it's about 1 hour drive. If there's a lot of traffic, then it could be even a 2 to 3 hour drive. San Francisco is not a cheap place. It's a very expensive place to live, which brings up the rent prices for restaurants and all sorts of businesses, which means price of food is much more expensive compared to food in Thailand, for example. So when my friends invite me to go clubbing in SF, that means I have to either take the train up, which is gonna be round trip $16-ish. If I drive the car there for 1 hour, that takes gas money. On top of that, you're gonna eat. In America, we pay tip. So if you eat a $15 meal, you still need to pay like a couple dollar tip, so let's just round that up to $20. That's a cheaper meal. If you're celebrating a birthday party, you're gonna have to pay for the birthday girl or birthday boy. So let's say you're gonna end up spending $30 or $40 for the meal. On top of that, you go out drinking, one cocktail could be $18. So you want to pay tip to the bartender as well. So let's round that up to 20. Okay, when people on their birthday, they like to drink. They like to drink shots. They like to drink, right? By the end of the night, easily you could have spent $100 in SF. However, if I said no to hanging out that night and I stayed at home, I could save that $100 and plus for my next trip. The dollar can go a long way depending on the country you're gonna visit. The money you could have spent within 6 hours in San Francisco, you could spend 5 days in Vietnam. It's not easy to say no to your friends. I understand that. And it definitely was not easy for me. I had to explain to my friends, I'm on a low budget right now, and at that time I was making far less than what I do right now. Not that I make a ton of money right now, but I was making very little money 1 year ago. I explained to my friends, I'm really trying to save my money right now. I don't want to go out at night. I also get very tired easily. So I tried to explain to them my financial goal for travel, and I tried to, make them understand. But sometimes people don't understand you. They might just get the feeling of rejection. So they take it more personally than you wanted them to. So saying no to social events can lead to burning bridges. But if your friends really understand you and they want to support your dreams and your financial goals, then they're not going to be as offended. When you're saying no to social events, you are naturally weeding out certain types of relationships. People who like to spend a lot of money, you'll hang out with those friends less. And you'll end up spending more time with your friends who are more frugal. And you'll be a good influence to them, and they'll be a good influence to you, and they're not going to give you pressure. They're going to be more understanding because that's just part of their lifestyle. Saving money is a lifestyle change. The third thing you could do to save money for travel is to take an extra job or take on extra gigs. Part of what I did was take food photography for restaurants. Depending on your skill set and what your interests are, you could also tutor. Maybe you're really good at socializing and could whip up a drink or two, then maybe bartending is the way for you. Or maybe you like to babysit and there's a ton of kids around your neighborhood. The fourth way to save money, live at home with your parents. Sure, you'll have a little less freedom while you're under their roof, but once you get out in the world, woo! Go at it! Freedom! For example, let's say your parents ask you to pay $500 a month per rent. Compare that to getting your own place for $1,500 a month. You are saving 60% of your money. When you rent apartments, typically you need to, do like a 1-year lease. But what if a couple of those months you're not going to even be in the town? So one of the great things about being with your parents is they'll be a good influence financially. Well, not always, but there's a high chance. For example, I don't like to come home too late at night because I don't want to make my mom worried about me, which means less drinking, less partying, which is one of my goals while I'm trying to save money to travel. Number five. Saving money can get very emotional, it can be very psychological. There's a lot of inner battle going on. Sometimes you have a good friend, but because you kept saying no to partying, she might get upset. But then you could get upset that she's just not understanding you. So you see what I mean? It could get emotional. There could be some drama that could happen. How do you deal with that? What are your values? Remind yourself what your goals are. You're gonna have to be strong. You're gonna have to make necessary sacrifices for things you want in your life. And I know in the beginning it might not be easy to save money. It might not be easy to go out less. It might not be easy to cook more at home, but you gotta do it. How serious are you to save money to travel? How serious are you to save money to do whatever it is you want in your life? If you're serious, you're gonna make the changes in your life. It might be a challenge in the beginning, but with time, with practice, it'll just get easier. What I found was meditation really helped. Hope you guys found this video to be helpful. Do you have any other tips and tricks on how you save money to travel or how you save money in general? I'll see you guys in the next travel video, and make sure you watch my other videos and check out my social links. Bye bye!